Hey everybody, it's Desi. I hope everybody's doing good out there. Here in New York, it's crappy weather. It's rain and snow, it's sleet. Um, Pretty cold out. Hope everybody's staying warm and comfortable and everybody's happy. Um, I have a story today. Today's story time. And actually, this weather is actually the story is actually the way this weather looked during it happened, the story. I'm going to take you back in the 90s. It was in the mid 90s. I was probably like 11. Uh I was in school. I was coming home from school and the weather was like this that it is right now in Long Island, New York. On Thursday, which is sleet. It's cold, rainy, snowy. And I had a bus driver. Um, we'll say her name was Tiffany. She was like, I don't know, she was like into rock and all that. She used to blast the music. And usually I would always get dropped off at the um end of the block. But sometimes she would drop me off at in front of my house. So this day she dropped me off in front of my house. And when she went to drop me off, she shut the doors of the orange buses back then. I don't know how they are now, but they would just shut with the rubber. And then she took off and blasted her rock music, whatever she listened to. And it got a hold of my jacket hoodie, the string part, and pulled it. And it actually, when she took off, it pulled me with her. And I'm screaming her name. I'm like, her name, something else. But I was like, Tiffany, Tiffany. And I'm like screaming, but she couldn't hear me, of course, because first of all, the bus is loud. Her music was loud. She screams over her music. So just imagine. I'm on all fours like a dog. My legs are getting all scraped. I'm like, oh my God. And now the next door neighbors I'm getting closer to, and there was a car right there. Whatever happened, thank God the string of the hood broke off. And it was probably my weight, thank God, broke it off. And I'm alive today. Or I probably would have been dead, honestly, because it was that bad. It snapped off and she still kept going. She had no idea. Um, buses, bus drivers are supposed to watch until you fully are away from the bus to take off. But she didn't. I have no idea what was going on in her mind. But yeah, she was kind of a wackadoo. She was a nice lady, but she was young. She wasn't even that old. She was like in her 30s, 40s, but she was just like she was a little cuckoo. But I'm like trying to get up. My stuff's all over. One side is totally like you could actually literally draw a line on my body in the middle of it. One side was totally dry. I don't know how that was. Everything was like in place perfect. Other side all cut up, soaking wet, bloody, raw meat hanging out. Just it was nasty. Blood everywhere. It was horrible. My hair all soaking wet. I go in my house. I'm like limping, running, crying. I'm in pain. I don't know what to do. I'm a kid, 10, 11 years old. I don't know what the heck's going on. I'm like, oh my God. My oldest, well, my sister, not my oldest sister, my sister that I was with was there that lived home with me at the time. And she was like, what happened? And then I'm like telling her, but then she saw I was okay, so she started laughing. It wasn't funny. So she calls my mom, and my mom's like, Claudia, what are you laughing at? What are you laughing at? So my mom's laughing too, I guess. That's what she told me. Because my mom's not understanding because my sister was laughing. So she's just laughing, and they're both laughing or whatever. And then finally my mom's like, It's not funny. Don't laugh. Oh my God. So then my sister calls her ex and tells her ex, and her ex is like, what do you want, moron? You don't laugh at that. That's not funny. It's not funny. Oh my God, is she okay or whatever? So it was like, it was just a major thing. Long story short, my mom calls the lady. The lady's crying. She's really upset. She's like, please, this is all I have. I need this money. I need this job. My family's not like that. We're not like that. We don't go, my family, we don't go and attack people for money and go and sue and do all that stuff. You just don't do that. So it was just, even though it was her wrongdoing and it was horrible, and she could have got sued, the district could have got sued, everybody could have got sued. I mean, if I went to a lawyer now and told him how traumatized it is, I probably still could sue. I don't even know. It was horrible. But the thing is, I was in so much pain. But when I was so traumatized, I didn't even know what was going on. I couldn't even feel the pain at that moment because I was just like, oh my God. Because you're like in survival mode. So you don't even know. But, of course, once my father found out, he freaked. He was like, what the hell? But my father has a huge heart. So he was just like, okay, you know, he didn't take action where he was going to sue or do anything like that because we don't do that. But he let them have it, like yelling at them and everything like that. You got to make sure the child gets off the bus into at least on their property where they're nowhere near the bus so the bus can leave. Because if that thing did not break off, I would have been underneath that car that was actually next door to me. It was insane. I mean, I don't know how it literally broke off right before it went under the trunk of the other car. I fell right down. Crazy, I know, but that's the story. That's what happened to me. So I could have died that day from the bus dragging me. I was, ugh, it was a mess. So my mom, she came home. She took me to the hospital. They checked me. Everything was okay. I did have the sprained ankle. It was bad. It hurt for a while. I was all cut up near the arms and stuff. I, I mean, my sister, she seen it. It was horrific. It was horrible. It was really bad. But always make sure, like, if you anybody has children, always make sure that when they get off the bus, the bus driver does not pull away right away. The laws are probably different now than it was in the 90s, but my God, they definitely are now because now they have like cameras and all that. Because then she would have saw me. But this was insane. It was horrible. So that's my story for you today. In this crappy weather, it was exactly like this, the way it is on Long Island, New York, right now on Thursday, February 6th. It was like this: rain, sleet, very slushy. I was so cold, all cut up. Didn't know it was going to happen. I really didn't know. I just didn't know. I was just in survival mode. And I was a kid. I was just like, what do I do? Just keep going. And I was just running on fours, trying to get through. And here I am in my uniform. I had a Roman. I went to a Roman Catholic school. We grew up in. So I had like the pleated skirts with the green socks that go up and the shoes and stuff and my jacket and my coat and everything. And I was all cut up all on one side. It's just so weird how all one side was just all messed up and then the other side dry as can be, like nothing happened. It was so weird how that happened. But yeah. So that's what happened. So I'm thinking maybe because the way I was lifted on one side from my hoodie kept me dry, while the other side, all the weight was on that side, and it was just pushing that part down and got me all cut up and messed up. So, the moral to the story is to just watch your kids and make sure that they're safe coming out of the bus, which they should automatically do anyway, the bus drivers. But hopefully, you'll never have to experience this with your kids or anybody who's listening. If they're listening, they're young, just be careful when you're on the bus. It was just, it was horrible. It was a damn nightmare. But, yeah, so that's my story for today. But my sister laughed and she thought it was so funny. But at first she was like, what the hell? And then she started laughing because then she realized I was okay. Because it wasn't funny in the beginning when you first saw me. And her ex was even like yelling at her, like, don't you laugh. This is not funny. And then my mom realized, oh my God. And my father figured he was freaking out. It was horrible. So, all right. That's the story for today. So I just wanted to let you know that Lady Tiffany now, she moved. After that, she left. She no longer worked there. I think she was afraid. She took off. She had 2 kids, I think. I think she moved. She moved down south somewhere in the Southwest. And never heard from her again. But she did send an apology letter. Yeah, an apology letter. I almost died. An apology letter. Thank you. Thank you, but no thank you. Just watch your kids. Especially if you're a bus driver. Make sure the kids are protected. Because the parents are relying on you. Once they're out of your possession, then that's the parents' job. But during your time, watch them. Because it was horrible. Alright. So that's my story. Hope you enjoyed. It wasn't a great story, but that was my real story. Remember, these are real stories, so it's not going to be like, oh my God, and this, and that. I'm not going to like exaggerate it or anything. This is just how it happened, and this is how I felt. And still get traumatized over it when I look at kids sometimes getting out of the bus and seeing them thinking like, oh my God, did they get out right? But now the doors are different. They're not like the way they used to be. I think these were like the rubber door opening. So, all right. I hope everybody is staying warm or cool wherever they are, and they're safe. They're with their loved ones, and they're happy. And if you're going through anything, just get help. Talk to somebody. Somebody's always there. Or if you need to comment and talk to me, I'm here. Just want to be happy, positivity. It's all that matters. Okay? So, and whatever you believe in, pray, do whatever you have to do. But Desi's always here, and God bless you all. All right.